Hey, what's going on, people? It's Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup building video for today, January 25th. Didn't really play yesterday. Mainly just watched football, man. My team, the Broncos. We pulled the upset on the Patriots. So, crap. I gotta pause this already. Slipping. So let's act like that didn't just happen. But yeah, man, pretty good day for me yesterday. And hopefully we can make it better by cashing out and these double ups and maybe a few tournaments. But we're gonna start out with point guard like we always do. And for the people who want to write, I got the live chat working now, so we can just show you guys this real quick. Make sure I mute it right away. Let's see. Yep, we got the live chat going. So I definitely have this up so I can respond. So uh, just leave any comments and I'll look at it after I go over a few picks or whatever. So um, right off the bat, we're gonna start with point guard. The point guard, he's not gonna be in my lineup, but I love him for tournaments. Steph Curry, man. The DVP isn't there from. Oh my God, move that. The DVP isn't there from, but he has a great individual matchup at 11.2, kind of a hefty price. Um, Man, Tony Parker guarded him. We got some things that we can look at as well, like just to show you how good Tony Parker has been on defense this year. Let's go take a look. We're gonna look at defensive rating. Patty Mills has actually been horrible for whatever reason. Tony Parker has a 99.2 defensive rating, so that's pretty good. Anything under like 105 is pretty decent. And see, the whole Spurs team has been good, so I think that's pretty much making Curry a GPP tournament play only. But I mean, he is Curry. It's not really too many people that can guard him, if any at all. Besides, I'm gonna give a little bit of love to Kawhi, probably lock him down. But at this price, let's take a look at the over under for this game, the spread. Okay, 211 over under. It's only a 5.5 point spread with no Tim Duncan, man. I think it was at 3 with Tim Duncan playing, and then once he got injured, they bumped it up to 5.5. So this is the game where I definitely see Golden State possibly playing their starters down the stretch in the fourth quarter if it's that close of a game. That should happen. So if it goes according to Vegas, I think Curry's a great play, great individual matchup. Mainly a tournament option for me, just because there always is a possibility of a blowout. But we've seen them even go off in blowouts, so not too really scared of him there. Let's check out what his floor is. In the last 4 games, he hasn't gotten less than 52. So he needs about 55 for value, especially in cash games. So 52 isn't really missing it by much. And after that, if you can find great value, I think there's some merit to playing them here. So I like Curry for tournaments. Won't play him in my cash just because it's too expensive. If I'm paying 11.2 for anybody, it's gonna be this man right here, Boogie. So not to skip ahead, but yeah, we can keep going down the list. John Wall, I'm not like he did explode versus Boston last time, but I'm not for playing guards against Boston. They done pretty well. He had 73, but I'm not expecting him to get 36 real points and 13 assists again with seven steals. And it's crazy because he had 6 turnovers and still had 73. But let's just go take a look at DVP, man. For point guards, I was looking at shooting guards earlier. Um, let's go see where Boston fares against point guards. This is a team you basically do not want to attack, but I mean it's John Wall. I guess superstar power overrules that sometimes, but right now, man, they're looking at it. You're looking at a team that you do not want to attack guards with, and I'm not quite sure what happened. Was IT2 guarding him or was it Avery Bradley? But I'm almost certain in this matchup they'll have Avery Bradley, especially after what he did to the Celtics last time. So. Um, yeah, man, I'm definitely, especially not at 10K. I can't pay 10K for that price. Okay, just checking on the chat. See if any got 7 watchers. Okay, I'm cool. Okay, so we can scroll on down to the next point guard, who I think is the safest point guard of the day, man. We got Kemba Walker at 9K. I know you kind of disappointed a few people last time with a 41. That's crazy to say that, right? But at this price, we at 5 times value, we want about 45. I think he has pretty good DVP here. Let's go see where the Sacramento ranks against point guards. Bottom 10, giving up about 42.77 FanDuel points per game. The usage is through the roof, man. Um, let's go take a look at it, man. I have it written down too. So, okay, his usage rate in the last week has been a 35.1, man. A 35.1 usage rate with good DVP in a fast-paced game. We didn't even look at the over/under yet. Okay, yep, 35.1. That's accurate. Let's go take a look at the over/under for this game. A 211 over under, man. So this is definitely a game you want to attack. This should be a fast-paced game. Definitely see them getting up and down, man. And for Charlotte to score a bunch of points like they're projected to, I think Kemba has a lot to do with it. So he's pretty much locked in my cash game. And just for to let you guys know, this is not necessarily going to be my lineup. I just like to fill in guys that I think are pretty safe. And just to fill it in, so you don't look at a blank screen. But yeah, man, I love Kemba today. I don't think there's any way I fade him in cash games. He's pretty much. I think he's a great tournament play as well, just because of his upside. We can look at his game log. He shows you the upside. 69, even though this was an overtime game. 41 on the bad game. And with Batum out, man, with Batum, Jeremy Lamb out, man, he's definitely gonna have the ball in his hand almost every possession. He's basically playing 40 minutes a game practically. So he played 40. He played. If you want to go off, if you want to eliminate overtime, he still played 41 in this game. He's played 47. If you eliminate overtime in this, no, that was double overtime. So he would have played about 36 or something. So he's still playing above 36 minutes. And I just love his matchup too much to really fade him. So we can kind of move on from there. IT2. I think he's a tournament play, man, but like I'm a guy, most people wouldn't want to attack John Wall, but let's go take a look at IT2 usage rate real quick. Okay, I'm done. What the hell is Boston? Oh, okay. Let's go take a look in the last week, see where his usage is at. So now this thing wants to load slow. Yo, why every time I do my videos, this thing loads like, all right. 28.3 usage rate, man, and this is something I like to look at too, man. I love Real GM. It lets you know what guys are doing defensively, man. So John Wall, somebody we can definitely attack on defense, man. I know he's a great defender, but he's been having to put so much he's been having to use so much energy on offense that I think is taken away from his defense. So I know 4.9. This is showing you that Tony Parker is a better defender than John Wall this year. So I think that's mainly due to him having to use so much energy on offense. And for tournaments, man, I know Bradley Beal is coming back. I mean, Bradley Beal is back already, but I definitely like IT2 for tournaments. It should be a high-scoring game. Let's go take a look at the over/under. And this should be the fastest-paced game of the slate. So a 212 over/under, yes, that is the highest, especially considering how close of the spread it is, a 3-point spread. So favorite to Washington. So I like this. They're at home, so I know a lot of people will fade this game. Fade IT2, John Wall in this matchup, but I like these guys that have decent games. So we kind of move on from there. Rajon Rondo, the guy that doesn't need points to hit value, if he just keeps racking up triple doubles, man. Look at this: 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 10. He's racking up the steals. So he's been showing he's pretty consistent. Let's go take a look at DVP. Not a guy that I'm really a big fan of tonight, but Charlotte has been creeping up into the bottom 10, man, for in DVP versus point guard. So Rondo definitely like him here. I think he's almost matchup proof in the sense that he doesn't really need a lot of actual points to hit value, and he's racking up like he's on the boards heavy, man. I love point guards that's on the boards and racking up assists. And we see how fast paced this game is going to be. And Charlotte really just doesn't have any good defenders, so I think the Kings win this. And I think it's on the back of Rondo and Boogie. So I like Rondo 8,300. That's kind of a hefty price tag, but for cash games, I think he's solid. If you want to pivot, maybe you don't have enough for Kemba or whoever, man. You're just trying to fit in. You don't want to pay for any of these top three guys, and Curry, Wall, and Walker. You could downgrade to Rondo. I think he's pretty safe. I don't think he gets you anything less than about 38 in this game. So I think he's safe. So we can kind of move on from there. Now Tyreek Evans is the guy that I did want to play today, but his matchup, I mean not his matchup, his minutes have just been way down. So I'm just gonna avoid that and avoid disaster. But if he can get a bump, definitely like him there. So but it remains to be seen. So we can kind of scroll down. Now, Rubio is somebody I like, but this game, the spread just turned me all the way off. 13 Cavs are 13-point favorites. Can't really touch this game, man. Tournament only. Okay, shout out to my guy Gus in here watching the live stream. Just okay. All right, shout out to you, man. Shout out to that kid Zoe, man. Appreciate the viewing. So we can kind of scroll down here. After that, man, the point guard list gets small for me. Drew Holiday's a tournament play. I know people see his minutes down, but I think that's because he got two early fouls and then it became a blowout. So Drew Holiday, if he gets 30 minutes here versus the Rockets, I definitely like him here. The Rockets have been struggling defensively. You can actually go look at how bad the defense efficiency has been. And Patrick Beverly's not a guy I'm scared of, man. His defense has been horrible this year. So let's go scroll the stats. Okay, how is your team stats? Defense efficiency, man. Let's scroll down. All right. So Houston bottom 10, man, giving up about 105 points per 100 possessions. So that's definitely not something you like from your defense. And then we can scroll down to see how much they're actually giving up a game. So let's go down to opponent points. And that's basically right on line with what they're doing in the game. I think is about 104. Okay, 105.5. So they're basically right on with their efficiency. So I definitely love Pelicans in this game. And if, besides AD, man, I think if I pivot from anybody from AD in this game, it's got to be Drew Holiday. He's been pretty consistent. He's showing you upside: 35 points in 25 minutes, 27 minutes, 35 points, 29, 35, 27, 33. So I think he's pretty safe in this game. I will even look at him towards for cash. So if you need some salary relief somewhere, especially if you're trying to fit a guy like Boogie in your lineup. So after Drew Holiday, is only about two other point guards I like, and that would be Tony Parker. Man, let's take a look at the EVP for him. And Tony Parker is more of a tournament play for me too, because you never know how Pop is going to treat this game. If this game gets bad early, I think he might just rest him. Let's go see where Golden State ranks. Okay. This one, oh yeah, look at this. They're in the bottom 10 as well, giving up a 42.66. And we all know Curry isn't that great of an individual defender. And Tony Parker is a guy that's going to make you work, man. He's not an ISO player. He's going to run around a bunch of screens a game. I think he could get going in this game. I think this is a game where he'll get up for it and he'll really explode, man. Let's go look, in case you guys don't think you have any upside. His floor might not be that safe because of his minutes, but I think if this game stays close, he's playing 32 minutes. So he's showing you against Cleveland, get you 38, and that's in a slow-paced game against Cleveland. And Detroit got you 39. So and he's getting it done, man. So I definitely like Tony Parker here. If you think this game stays close, I think it's on the back of Tony Parker. I'll tell you the truth. Uh, so after that, you got Emmanuel Mudiay. It's not so much of me just liking Mudiay, it's that he's just safe, man. He doesn't ever like go off or like really exceed value, but he's pretty safe for 22 to 20 to 30 points. So it don't matter the matchup. He got you 28 versus Memphis, 28 versus Detroit. I mean, OKC is bad against point guards, and Jermaine Nelson is out, so I think he's doubtful. Yeah, he's doubtful. So I love Moutier here. And oh my, I almost forgot to talk about Jeremy Lin, man. He might be a great play here in the fast-paced game. That's your pivot off. This is a pivot off of Kemba as well, man. One of these two guys is going off, and at first I had my doubts about Jeremy Lin, but I think he has a pretty decent usage, and it's not like anybody in the Charlotte defense can really defend that good. So let's go Charlotte. Let's go back to Charlotte. See his usage rate in the last week. So it's kind of down, but at 19.1. But let's go take a look at this lineup. The projected starters. Ben McLemore. That's all. I think that's pretty much all we need to say. Ben McLemore. Now let's go take a look at his defensive rated, man, according to Real GM. Okay, like all right. He has a 109.3 defensive rating, so that's definitely somebody we can attack on defense. He's been struggling like since last year as well. So Jeremy Lin, I think he's pretty solid, man. Especially you want to pay up for Boogie, man. I think a lot of these guys, a lot of these low price point guards are guys you definitely want to get in your lineup if you want to fit Boogie and maybe James Harden, or you just want to have a star-studded lineup. So and the last guy, I know I thought I was done with point guards, but Norris Cole, he's pretty consistent as well. Getting you getting you close to 20 to 25 when he gets the minutes. He had a bad matchup versus Memphis there. Still got 17. So I definitely think Norris Cole in 30 minutes, he's a starter. Definitely think he can get you about 22 to 25 Fanduel points. So I think his floor is good enough with a decent enough upside. So I like Norris Cole as well. So now we can move on to shooting guard James Harden. Pretty much just locking him into my lineup. 10K, his price hasn't risen from the last three. Look, in his last three games, he has 70, 50, and 58. I'm pretty sure the next time FanDuel puts out the slate, he's going to be at least 10.5. You can't have those crazy amount of games and not go up much. So James Harden, he's locked into my lineup. I really don't like Jimmy Butler at this price tag, but I can see him having a solid game. Uh, After we move on, the Spurs are number one, and I think they're number two against shooting guards and stopping shooting guards. So let's see. I think most people on the Warriors are tournament. Yeah, so the Spurs are the number one defense against shooting guards this year. So definitely don't attack them there. So Clay is pretty much a fade for me. Bradley Beal, man. For some strange reason, man. I don't know what's happening, but guards have been like shooting guards have been going off against the Celtics. Let's look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, yeah, 49. DeRozan just had like a 50-point game against them. So I don't know, man, what's going on with them. And Bradley Beal, the only thing I don't like is that he's not playing over 25 minutes. He's still on that minute restriction, so disappointing there. Let's go see if anybody in the chat wrote anything. Okay, let's go up this Norris Cole for GPP or cash. I think Norris Cole is just for cash. So I don't know why I was about to write that like I'm not live streaming, but yeah, I like Norris Cole for cash because he's gonna get you 30 minutes, 4.3. Can't kill your lineup. He won't kill your lineup because he's not getting you less than 20. So and that definitely will allow you to fit a guy like Boogie. So okay. I'm gonna just rearrange some for a little while. Let's see. I can probably make something with them. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna wait till I get to center though to really reconstruct it. And just keep moving on though. Oladipo, Mr. Consistent, man. This is not a matchup I like, especially if Tony Allen is playing. Let's go take a look at some. Let's go take a look at some Bass Monster news. In the meantime, Whiteside out. Let's see if we have anything on Tony Allen. We don't have anything on him yet. Okay. This is all the news from today. Okay, he's questionable. If he plays, I'm pretty much fading. Oladipo. This game is gonna be slow pace. Orlando already plays at a slow pace, and now you get Tony Allen back, a good defender. The kind of slow Oladipo down. I wouldn't like that there. I don't think he has much upside in this matchup, especially on the road. So don't like Oladipo, but he has been balling, man. Just look at the minutes and consistency. So 42, 36, 45, 44, 39, 26. He's not killing your lineup as well, but doesn't present enough upside for me. We keep scrolling down the shooting guard. There's not too many other guys I like. I like J.R. Smith in the tournament. He's never a cash game play for me, but I think he gets the mismatch because Andrew Wiggins will go to LeBron, and I think that can make LeBron hesitant and passive. And J.R. Smith should probably definitely feed off some LeBron assists or something like that. So let's go see what he's been doing. This is why I don't like J.R. Smith. A 6.6 game, even though it was a blowout, 6.6, 18.9. Well, he got ejected out that game versus Houston, 20. So, and these are games where they were expected to get blown out. So, they were expected to blow the other team out. So, he's not hitting value. And let's go look at the spread again. 12 and a half, 13-point favorite. So, definitely probably fade JR here. Ginobili, I hope people don't chase these points. 42, he's not getting that in this matchup. And Gary Harris, man, I definitely like Gary Harris versus Kyle Korver or whatnot. So let's go see Kyle Korver's defensive rating. Atlanta. Let's see where he ranks. So he's the worst defender on his team. It's not that bad, but 106.4. Gary Harris has been pretty consistent, and Jameer Nelson is out, so he's likely to still see the 35 plus minutes, or the 30 plus minutes that he's been getting. And he's shown a decent enough floor and upside. And I think in this matchup, Atlanta has really been struggling defensively. Let's go take a look at this. And it's a home game, so uh 207 over under, man. 5 point spread. I think this game stays close though. I'm not too fearful, especially if Millsap is out. He was out for personal reasons, so um, if he's not playing today, I definitely love Gary Harris. So we can I like that play a lot. He's for cash games only though. He hasn't shown enough upside in tournaments. Let's see Jeremy Lamb news. Okay, there's no news on him. Tony Allen, deep. Okay, he participated in shoot around, so yeah, it's looking like he's gonna play versus Oladipo. Uh, and then once we get down here, tournaments, Zach LaVine in a blowout. I do have Kyle Korver in my lineup. He's just pretty safe for like 20 though. He gets you 19 plus. So 4K, he won't kill your lineup either. That's why I like him. Zach LaVine in a blowout, maybe he gets about 25 minutes or so. That's if you project this to be a blowout. He gets about 25 minutes and he gets you 20 plus points. But I think that's kind of getting a little bit cute. I don't know if he has too much upside because the Cavs are still a pretty slow paced team with a decent defense. So Danny Green is somebody definitely loving tournaments. He's gonna go way under owned today. And if this game stays close, I know he's playing 30 plus minutes because there's some we have to guard. There's no way he's not playing that against Clay, Curry, Harrison Barnes team. So he's going to be on there mainly for defensive purposes. So he's probably the best shooting blocker as shooting guard, man. This guy loves getting blocks. He led the lead. He led the lead by guards in block shots last year. And if his minutes weren't down this year, because he's been breaking a bunch of threes, he might lead it again. So he's a guy that's shown upside because he gets a bunch of steals, blocks, and if his 3 point shot is going down, man, he's definitely going to exceed value by a lot. So like him there. After that, we can kind of move on from shooting guard. Um, this guy, he's pretty solid, but with Wade Dang and Bano Udrih back, he's pretty much a fade now. So just to let you guys know, avoid that guy at all costs. Small forwards today. LeBron tournament play. I think I was in Camp DFS earlier, man. We was talking about the plays last night, and people were saying LeBron James is gonna be high on, but I'm not quite sure about that. I'm not falling into that trap. This game's gonna be a blowout, so 10K I can't pay that for him. Gordon Hayward, man. Let's go take a look at his usage. Uh, Utah. Okay, let's see, because I'm pretty sure it's about close to 30, man. Yo, this thing always loads slow. Wow. Okay. Would you stack Kemba Lin? I think Kemba and Lin could be a good stack because I don't see Lin getting less than 25, and Kemba's probably gonna get you about 45. So uh yeah, man. Norris Cole to fit Boogie and Harden. Mike Scott, I think he makes for a solid play, but I'm gonna wait till the Paul Millsap news comes out. So I can't really say call it yet, but yeah, man. So let's see if it loaded up. All right, Gordon Hayward about a 28.3 usage rate. Let's go take a look at this over under. Uh, I hate when it refreshes on its own. Where the hell is Utah? Okay, 193 and a half, 2 point spread. This could be a close game where I can see overtime happening in this game. And Utah's been going to overtime a lot lately. Detroit, Gordon Hayward, I mean, at 8,200, it's kind of hard for me to play Gordon Hayward, but I do think he's a great tournament play. He's shown the upside, man. This guy's been balling. He hasn't gotten less than, 38 in the past couple games. So last 3 games, 57, 39, 38. So this was a double overtime game, but he still gets about 40 without double overtime. I'm pretty sure he had that. So against the Knicks, he got you 39. Against Brooklyn, got you 38. So he's been pretty consistent as well. And this game is projected to stay close, high usage. He's a high usage guy, and let's go take a look at something. Uh, you see, okay. I almost forgot who's guarding Detroit. Detroit. Let's see. I shouldn't do these videos in the morning, especially because I'll be way off. Marcus Morris about a 106.1 defensive rating. That's just below average right there, so just below good actually. So he's definitely a guy we could attack. And Gordon Hayward, man, if Derek Favors is out, let's go see if they got any Derek Favors update. No, I mean he's missed like 15 games in a row. Like, do we really expect him to play here? So with him out again, Gordon Hayward usage should be way through the roof as well. So I think he's in solid tournament play. Kawhi Leonard, man, this guy's super consistent in 30. If he gets 30 minutes, if he gets 35 minutes, he's not getting you less than 35. So in this matchup, I like him here. I am scared of a. I'm a Spurs fan, but I'm scared of a blowout in case this game gets out of hand early. He'll probably sit, but this game stays close, man. Tony Parker, Kawhi, big part of it. So I like Kawhi, man. I think he's pretty safe, especially if he's getting 35 minutes. I think he's safe. So Kawhi 7,600. He's underpriced right now because of a few blowouts where he didn't play a lot of the game. So it's time to take advantage of that price, 7,600. You really only need about 36, 38 FanDuel points from him. So definitely attainable. So Kawhi Leonard 7,600, definitely a nice play. If Rudy Gay is out, which I hope he is, man, I'm just locking Caspi into my cash games. He struggled last time, but he didn't have a good matchup, man. Paul George, I don't expect him to go off against Paul George. It's not realistic. Paul George is a pretty good defender. Let's go take a look at projected lineups. PJ Hairston on him. Now let's go take a look at something. Charlotte, let's go see defensive rating. PJ Hairston, second worst on the team behind Jeremy Lin. Now let's go take a look at DVP. Let's see where they rank there. Okay, Charlotte. They're probably good. Okay, damn, they're like middle of the pack basically. So they're not horrible, but they're not good. So I definitely think there's some merit to playing Caspi. He's a streaky shooter as well, man. You've seen him go off against the Warriors for like 9 threes in a game before. So I think he should see about 30 minutes in this matchup. And he actually has a good matchup this time around. So 30 minutes, I think he gets 25 plus in this game. So, and also you have to realize Boogie was taking every shot last game. Let's go take a look at the shot attempts. Okay, I'm going to go click on the game log, see who were taking all the shots in the last game. Because Boogie exploded for like 80. All right. Okay. He took 7 shot attempts. That was pretty efficient. 4 for 7, 8 points. Let's go take a look back at Boogie shots. 29 shot attempts. Come on. I mean, of course, there isn't really too many shots to go around when Boogie's taking 30 shots. So, but in this game, man, I think I like Caspi a lot, man. He should play 30 minutes, and I think he has a decent enough matchup where he can go off to. So I'm not really expecting. How much did Boogie have last time out? He had about 63. I wouldn't expect 63 from him. Maybe I don't see him getting 48 real points again. I mean, he can't do that, but I think it'll be closer to like 35 to 40. And I think Caspi could take quite a few of those points, man. Caspi has shown upside, so I like him a lot there. But that was just talking about Rudy Gay. Gallinari, a tournament play. Now, Gallinari's the guy that every time I play him, he'll go off in the first half and then just go to sleep second half. Like, I played him here at OKC at 29 at halftime, finished with 34. There's quite a few other games I played him in, and he just stunk it up. So for Cavs games, it's really tough for me to even like say anything bad about him when his usage is through the roof, man. At 7,100, he's a scorer. So let's go take a look. 28.7 usage rate, and he's basically 1,000 cheaper than Gordon Hayward in a faster paced game. Let's go look at the over under with a higher over under as well. So 207 over under, 5-point spread. So Gallinari. Definitely, I'll probably go Gallinari over Gordon Hayward in that situation. So, definitely have no problem with him there. Wiggins, for some reason, he always goes off against the Cavs, man. I don't know what it is, but like I guess because they traded him for Kevin Love. But let's go take a look at something. If I show you guys his game log versus the Cavs, he's killed them every time. But I don't know if that's the narrative. The one game he played against them this year, 35 points, three assists, 2 rebounds. So now let's go take a look at something again. Let's go see when he played them last year. Uh, Taking a while to load up. Okay. Versus Cleveland last year in 2 games, he averaged 30 points, a block, 2.5 steals, 1.5 assists, 1.5 rebounds. So it's definitely something, man. He loves playing Cleveland, and it's in Cleveland. If I'm not, yeah, yes, it is in Cleveland. So, man, if you really believe in narratives, and hey, he's definitely a good tournament player. If I can see him going off in this game. For some reason, he just goes off, and he's being guarded by LeBron. And if not, if he gives J.R. Smith, even better. So I like Wiggins there for tournament 6,900. Kind of too much for me to pay. I would like him if he was like at 6K or something like that for the upside. But he hasn't really shown the 50-point upside too often. Look, he had 42 versus Cleveland last time out. But he's kind of scoring dependent, man. I don't like really relying on scoring dependent guys. So I'm probably gonna pass up on him there. Let's go take a look at the chat. Okay, Mike Scott, small forwards. Would you be? Well, who would be your safe picks? As far as safe picks go, I think Kawhi is pretty safe. Gallinari's probably pretty safe at home. He's playing at high minutes. Look at the minutes: 38, 39, 38, 38. He disappointed versus Memphis, but I guess that's to be expected. And he killed them last time out, so I think that he just had a pretty bad game there. So I think Gallinari's pretty safe. Kawhi. I think Crowder's pretty safe. I was just about to talk about him. And let's go take a look. He's playing upward of 32 minutes. And when we look at DVP for small forward, look who's the worst. Oh, the second worst, Washington Wizards. And Otto Porter Jr. is coming back. And I think he contributed to that stat being so bad. Let's go take a look at Otto Porter's defense. He's playing today. So Washington. Let's go see his defensive rating. Yo, goddamn, Gary Neal can't play defense to save his life. Otto Porter about a 105.9, so not the worst in the world, but yeah, man, Jay Crowder, man, can we really pass up on him in cash game today? I think he's been pretty safe. I kind of had a rule that I would never play him above 6K, but I think he's been producing enough to where I could change my mind, and this is a good matchup, a fast-paced game. When you look at it on paper, man, there's not too many mismatches to really go around. Let's go look. John Wall, IT2, you could probably be like, all right, John IT2's get locked up by Wall. Bradley and Temple. A.B. Bradley's not really much of a scorer. Temple, and he's all right. Jay Crowder, Oubre, but I think Otto Porter's back, so that's gonna change. Let's refresh this because Otto Porter's playing. Okay, they didn't put him back in the lineup yet. But either way, Amir Johnson, Nate, that's a wash. Sullinger's not going to kill Gortat, so their best matchups will probably be Crowder versus Porter and A.B. Bradley versus Temple. So I like Crowder, man. He's been scoring actual points, man. He's not been relying upon steals like he used to. Because earlier in the season, he will struggle to get 25 Fanduel points, man. That's if the only way he went above that is if he had like 4 or 5 steals. So I definitely like Drake Crowder in cash game. So. Not a problem there. Batum, let's see his news. Okay, there's no news to see if he sat out and shoot around. This is what I like to do on Twitter as well, man, because if you don't follow all the B-Rides, you can type in Batum shoot around. See if there's any news on him. You guys see I wrote to him. I wrote to one of the B-Rides to see if he participated in shoot around. Don't think so. Let's go see any notifications. Okay. I like it. All right, so Batum, I don't know if he's gonna play or not, but if he doesn't, man, I'm still on the Kemba train. So we can kind of scroll down here. We talked about Caspi already. Marcus Morris can't play him in that slow-paced game. Definitely tournament play for me. We keep scrolling down. Not too many guys here that I like, man. Shabazz Muhammad, he's gotten a big boost, man. His minutes have gone way up. He's played 30. He played over 30 in 3 of his last 5 games, so I like that. He's shown a little bit of upside. 27 against Memphis, 23 versus Dallas, 20 versus New Orleans. And that's in 28 minutes. So if he plays 30 plus minutes in this game, is there any way he gets less than 22 or something against the Cavs? Let's go see the projected over under for that game again. 203. So they don't even have the Timberwolves getting over 95 points. So but if they do get a bunch of points, maybe Shabazz is part of the reason. So definitely like him in tournaments. Who was it that brought up Mike Scott again? Okay. Okay, Courtney. So Courtney likes Mike Scott, but this all depends if Paul Millsap is playing. I can't really commit to Mike Scott till I know if Millsap is playing or not. Corey Brewer, man, he's been inserted in the starting lineup, but it's because they're playing small ball. So 3,700 in a fast-paced game versus New Orleans. I think there's some merit to playing him there. Uh, his upside is a little bit limited because they just got too many players, man. They played literally their whole roster last game. Let's just go take a look at something real quick. It doesn't really have nothing to do with Terrence Jones. I just want to get to the actual box score to show you that there's really not much usage for Corey Brewer in this game. Let's look. Okay. And all these three guys are injured, so they don't really count. But look at this. They're playing all three of their point guards, Ty Lawson, Jason Terry, Patrick Beverly. Everybody, like the usage is all spread out besides James Harden. He pretty much controls the team. Let's go look at this. Houston Rockets. Oh, it actually loaded faster. His usage is only up there because he fouled Drummond 5 times in like 9 seconds. So his on count. But James Harden 29.8 usage rate. Josh Smith, man, we also have to talk about him when I get to power forwards. Corey Brewer 16.8 at 3 point. What is his price? 3.7. Where's he at again? So I guess there's some merit to playing him. If he's gonna play over 25 minutes, I like that, man. He's played 32 versus Milwaukee, played 25 versus Detroit, 27 versus Dallas. So I'm kind of talking myself into liking him a little bit, man, just because they've been playing that small ball lineup. Let's look. He started, so definitely some merit to playing Corey Brewer here. I probably prefer Corey Brewer over Scott if Millsap is playing, man. If I'm gonna punt these small forwards, and after that, man, it's not too many small forwards I can really look at today. Alonzo G, I think Dante Cunningham is going to be back. He just missed the last game with an illness. Let's go see if there's some Cunningham news. Why did I click that? He's listed as probable, so goodbye to the Alonzo G lineups. Let me go check back on the chat. Do I like Tobias Harris? If that's what you're talking about, I think let's see if his prices went up first. 6K event versus Memphis. I'm not really a fan of that matchup. Just with everybody back, you got Fournier, Oladipo back, Alfred Payne, everybody's healthy. So I'm not too big on Tobias, but let's go take a look at his game log, see what he's been doing. He got 34 versus and 40 in overtime versus Charlotte, 33 versus Philly. That's to be expected with no Oladipo. 24 versus Atlanta. So I think his floor is kind of too inconsistent for me, especially in cash. But if you want to take a shot on him in the GPP, why not? Let's go back. Matt Barnes. That's if Tony Allen's out. If Tony Allen out, I think you can take a shot on Matt Barnes. He's pretty consistent as well. 5,200. The prices came up a little bit, but he's been consistent. I'm not quite sure he plays 37 minutes with Tony Allen in the game. He'll probably see one of these kind of games, 28, 26, 28. So I'm not too big of a fan of Matt Barnes. G and Stanley Johnson. Let's go take a look at Stanley Johnson. 3,800, I like that. The minutes I thought he'd have at least some minute boost, but nope. He's playing around 20 a game. The most he's went up to was 39. I think Marcus Morris was out that game, and he struggled to get 20. So he's not even really a point per minute guy. So he's definitely tournament option only. So I'm not a big fan of Stanley Johnson. Let's see if anybody else wrote anything. All right, nope. So I think we can move on to power forward now. Now, AD is pretty much my favorite power forward of the day as far as just like great matchup over under and everything. and high usage rate. Let's go take a look at that. Uh, let's go see. Okay, loads pretty fast now. So that's about a 29.5. We're just gonna round it off to 30. And Tyreek Evans' minutes have been way down, and we know AD's playing basically 40 minutes in a close game. So I think AD has the most upside of any power forward today. He has a great matchup with Houston. I wish they play small ball versus the Pelicans today because AD is gonna kill Trevor Ariza. So if they do anything like that, I'm loving AD 10.3. See, and this is where you could kind of like fit these cheap point guards in here. Let's go. Who did we say we like for cheap point guards? Go Jeremy Lin. Let's just say, it's cold. We're going to take out AD for this sake. Oh, no, we could keep AD in. Downgrade, small forward. So let's say we go Corey Brewer. I'm just building lineup on the go, man. Just building these on the go. So now we get Boogie and DeMarcus Cousins in our lineup. And we got Boogie, Harden, AD. So we got some upside, some consistency here. So he players like that, man. Corey Brewer allows you to get AD in here, but I love AD. Draymond Green, I think he has a good matchup as well. I just don't like paying over 9K for him. I want no less than 45 from him. And he can have games like this, man. 33, it was a blowout, and I think there's a real chance that this game could be a blowout with the Spurs on the road. And I'm a Spurs fan, so I'm being honest. With no Tim Duncan, that changes a lot. So, and it's a road game, and you never know with Popovich, man. He might freaking announce Tony Parker out about 10 minutes before the game. So, it's really hard to get a grasp on that. But as far as next player, we like Pau Gasol with no Whiteside. Maybe he should feast on the boards, 8,600. He's coming off a great game against Cleveland, so 25-10. I don't think he gets anything less than 10 rebounds, but this game is going to be played so damn slow, likely. 190 over under 7.5 spread. This is a game I definitely don't want to get too many guys in, especially at his price, man. If I'm getting anybody, maybe Bino Udrid. He's expected to play today, but we don't know the minute situation. I don't know if he's going to play over 30. He's at 3,800, but he's been pretty good. Neck will be available. See, I don't like that. I don't like that term, available, not playing or see. Those one of those tricky situations. Like, look at this. Nurkic. I remember he came back and they said he's going to be available. Let's look at player news. Was available to play, but he didn't end up seeing the floor in the contest. So situations like that, you gotta really read into those things, man. When they say available, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to play or play big minutes or play his normal minutes. So let's keep on with power forward. Derek Favors probably. Yeah, I like Chris Bosh, man. 7,600. His price has gone down a little bit. They have him listed as the power forward in the matchups. But with Stoudemire starting at center, but I think Chris Bosh should be on Powell, man. And we all know centers have been killing the Bulls this year. Let's go take a look at DVP. Let's go see where they rank. So Bulls bottom 10 team versus centers, giving up about 48. So if Bosh is actually at center, man, I think he has a decent enough usage rate on his team. So Miami Heat. Let's go see what it is. And he should play upward of 35 minutes, a 28.5 usage rate. I definitely love that a lot. I think he'll be low owned as well. So I like him there. Kevin Love, scare me with the blowout, man. My guy Chris, I got to shout him out. He was on Kevin Love even in this game versus Brooklyn. It ended up being a blowout, and Kevin Love still got you 38.6. I just think Kevin Love's going to have a good matchup. Okay. Kevin Love, okay, so if they're going to this Towns lineup, never mind. I kind of changed my mind. If Pekovic was guarding Love, I would love this a lot. But I still like Kevin Love, man. He shouldn't see less than 10 rebounds, and it's not like he needs to post up to score. He gets a bunch of open threes, especially when you play with LeBron. So he gets you about 15-10 with some assists and steals in 30 minutes. I think that's possible. So Kevin Love at 7,100, there's some merit to playing him there. Aldridge, he has a decent usage rate. The matchup's not the most favorable, but I kind of think Aldridge is matchup proof in the sense that a lot of his shots aren't always open anyway. He's a guy that takes contested fadeaways. And then when you're playing with Tony Parker, man, his penetration allows LaMarcus Aldridge to get wide open shots in the middle and at the top of the key and things like that. So I could see him getting up 20 real points. He'll just need to match it with some rebounds, man. Need to get upward of like 10 rebounds or some assists. So this game is projected to stay close, man. All just Kawhi Parker, man. That could be a nice stack right there. So I like him a little bit, 6,900. That's pretty cheap. So you might not see him at this price again. So we can kind of move on. Not really touching Zebo, man. He's a tournament option only. If he goes to 5.5, man, I might have to play him. But his minutes have been weighed down, especially with Marcus Gasol being healthy, man. If Marcus Gasol is injured and he's not playing it, let's go see. Okay, nope, he's completely healthy. So he was dealing with some knee soreness, but he's playing through it. So guess guess we're just gonna move on from there. Sullinger has been pretty consistent, but I'm a guy that doesn't really like playing him in back-to-back games, man. And this matchup is not favorable for him with Gortat. Gortat's a pretty good defender. I don't think he's gonna be bullying him, grabbing a bunch of boards, and this could be a game where Sullinger plays 20 minutes and everybody's hating him. So I'm not gonna be that guy. He's a tournament option for me. That's about it. No way I play him in cash, and I'll kind of move on from there. Now, Marvin Williams, it'll be interesting to me to see if they start him at a power forward today against Boogie, because let's just go look at this, man. Just when you see this matchup on paper, man, you see Marvin Williams versus DeMarcus Cousins. There is no way in hell. There is no way in hell that he can guard him. So, DeMarcus Cousins versus Marvin Williams, that's looking like a lot of foul trouble to me if that ends up happening. So, gotta fade him here, but he's been playing pretty decent, man. Got a 35-point game against Orlando. Then he struggled in the back-to-back versus New York, but he's showing upside, which is basically what I'm trying to get at. So, kind of move on from him. Taj has been pretty consistent, getting you 30, 21, 15, 24, 22. If he gets 30 minutes, should slow-paced game. Even with a slow-paced game, I think he has a decent matchup with Stoudemire, Haslam. I like that there a little bit. After we move on from there, David West, he most likely will start at center today. We've seen he's been probably the Spurs' best offensive player behind Kawhi this year. Let's go take a look, man. I want to show you guys this. People don't realize how good he's been playing in his spare time. So if he gets about 28, 30 minutes today at 46, he could be a good play. Actually, hold on real quick, guys. Oh, never mind. My mom's going to get the door. But, okay. Offensive rating, man. Let's go take a look at that for the Spurs. Look at his offensive rating. He's up there with Kawhi, 120. He's way above Tony Parker, Kyle Anderson, Ray McCollum. He's above Aldridge, Tim Duncan. So, David West, 4,600. Good play. Let's go see what you guys are talking about. Ariza. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Ariza if he's playing power forward. But I don't like the matchup with AD. Nah, Sullinger power forward, Smith power. Oh, yeah, I missed over Smith. But we're going to get to that, so still got a lot of time. Let me go see. Love shot has been crap lately. That's true. Ryan Anderson, Jay Smooth, and Cash. Jay Smooth and Cash. If I can get 25 minutes from him, we're gonna take a look at him there, man. We're just gonna skip over to Jay Smooth. What is his price at now? Okay, he's still at 3,900. Got 23 minutes yesterday. Got 29 Fanduel points. Now he's a guy that I don't like playing guys in cash that don't play over 25 minutes, but it is matchup, especially if he's gonna get some minutes at center. We know centers have been killing the Pelicans. Let's go see their last against center. So Capella's starting at center with Dwight Howard out, and I'm not quite sure if Josh Smith has been seeing center minutes, but if he is, I'm loving Josh Smith at 3,900, even in 23 minutes. But I don't know if I can play him in cash. It's kind of hard to trust in 23 minutes, and I know a lot of people will go chase those points. I'm more of a guy. I can understand playing him yesterday on a small slate, but on such a big slate where guys are going to be playing over 30 minutes, and there's guys around his price range that's going to be playing more minutes than him, I prefer to go somewhere else with it. But that's just how I feel. But yeah, David West, 4,500. It's hard. Look what he's been doing in his time against Utah, one of the best defenses, slow paced team. 36 and 25 minutes. 21, 14 and 21. That's not great. But 20 and 18, 21 and 14, 23 and 19, 21 and 24. So, I mean, some of those have been great matchups, and this is not a great matchup for him. But if he gets 30 minutes, I like him a lot. I think he'll be pretty high on the cast today. Kaminsky, I think he can have a solid game, but his minutes have been way down. I don't know what happened. Why is he playing 18? Maybe he was tired, foul trouble. Not quite sure. We can look into that, but not a fan of him. And they actually moved Jared Dudley to power forward. Wow. And it's crazy because they're about to move him back to small forward because Nene, Gortat, Otto Porter has been healthy, so they're healthy now. So uh, it's crazy. He's got 4,400. Can't not even gonna talk about him. Nene, he's been a pretty solid in point per minute situation. Got you 32 and 26, 15 and 17, but he doesn't play more than 25 minutes. So he's pretty much in the Josh Smith boat right now, man, with their minute cap. So I don't really like that there, but I wouldn't see him having a bad game versus Boston. Let's see how they fare against power forwards. Let's go see. Boston, fifth worst team versus power forwards. So I can definitely see some merit to playing Nene. Now let's go see if he has any usage. Uh, Nene, in the last week, this is from the last week from January 17th, he has a 29.8 usage rate. So if you think that stays consistent, you think he get that in 25 minutes, why not play him? But I'm gonna be the guy that pass up on him just because, man, at that price you got freaking. Let's see, Aaron Gordon, not a good matchup, but okay, his minutes are back down. So it's kind of this area today is gonna be tricky with these 4K power forwards because not too many of them are playing above 25 minutes. With the exception of not Darrell Arthur. Maybe if Fareed is out, he might play 30 minutes. So if I'm gonna touch any power forward from this group, it'll be Darrell Arthur. Let's take a look at Fareed. He remains questionable. Okay. But the forward did go through more than shoot around. So yeah, he'll likely play, man. Most of the time when these guys go through shoot around, they'll play. He might not play regular minutes, but his consistent 26, 28 minutes. What how much does he play? 24, 28, 27, 26. So and he's injury prone, so I could see I wouldn't be surprised to see Fareed get injured again, but you can't really bank on that. So for these power forwards, man, it's tough today, man. This is what's kind of making me want to fade Boogie and cash games because I might have to pay up for power forward today with how bad like these guys aren't getting consistent minutes. They don't have high usage rates. So let's see if there's any punts we can find that might be good plays. Mari Stoudemire, let's see how much he got last. How many minutes? He only got 18 minutes. Not encouraging. Let's see what freaking was Hansbrough still in Kaminsky minutes? No, 14. So I'm not quite sure what's going over there in Charlotte, man. What's going on in Charlotte? Boris Diaw could make for a good tournament play. We seen what he can do a lot. 25 points, 16 minutes, 22 and 18, 35 and 25. So Boris Diaw definitely has some upside, man. And I could see him going to work against that second unit of Golden State, man. The Spurs had one of the best benches in the NBA. Matched up with the Warriors, pretty decent, pretty decent game. So, power forwards, man. I'm leaning towards paying up for guys like Aldridge, Love, Bosch, and we'll see though. Because I think there's enough value today that I can fade Cousins. I think it's a possibility you can fade Cousins, but tournaments might take that chance on Cousins because he might be the highest scorer of the day, and then go look for value elsewhere. So let's go see what the chat's talking about. Aaron Gordon looks solid if he doesn't get in foul trouble again. Yeah, man, I played him the day he got in foul trouble, and he didn't really kill me just because of that overtime game. Let's go take a look at him again. Why am I skipping over? Okay. Yeah, man, he still made up for it. He got in foul trouble. He played 24 minutes, but he still made up for it because he got that overtime, man. That was clutch. So, 22 points. That's basically value. 4.3 times 5. You do the math, man. That's probably about 23 or so. So, he gets you that, man. You're in pretty good shape. And hopefully he stays in the starting lineup, man. Did he start last game? Let's go see the projected starters for Orlando. Okay, yeah. So they got him projected. This isn't the confirmed lineup, but I don't like the matchup with Zebo. But maybe it might be a little too athletic for Zebo. He could go to work there. So who knows? But we gonna move on from power forward to center now. DeMarcus Cousins. I don't even need to throw out any stats besides he has a high usage rate. And look at this matchup: DeMarcus Cousins versus undersized Marvin Williams. So we don't need to throw out any stats there. Andre Drummond. Let's talk about the guy who ruined my lineup with the 16.1, man. 16.1, bro. This dude picked up 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game, and then he didn't get any minutes after that. So this guy's a never again for me in Cavs games. Learned my lesson there. But versus Utah, and this will show you how good Boogie Cousins is. Look at versus Utah. Okay, now let's go look what Boogie did to them. He had 57 versus Gobert, man, 36 and 17. So that's just to show you Boogie's greatness. So now imagine what he can do to Marvin Williams. So Andre Drummond, though, he's pretty much a fade for me. Slow paced game. They don't trust him to make free throws. Whenever they go to hack the Drummond, they just pull him out the game. So I'm not trying to take the risk there. Gasol, pretty solid play. Don't really like him too much. Vucevic, this is kind of a wash, though. I'll probably just avoid that. Carl Anthony Towns in a blowout, I'm not so certain of it because he'll probably need a bunch of rebounds at value. Stu really had a 27-17 rebound game with 6 blocks. Pretty great game for a rookie. Um, but 7,700, I'm not looking for center around that range. If I play any center in the 7K range, it's Gortat, because Boston should be able to get abused on the boards. Let's see what Boston ranks versus centers. Okay, so they're pretty much middle pack, but 46 to 48 is really isn't that big of a difference. So I still like Gortat, pretty decent usage rate. He's been playing above 30 minutes. Let's go see 35, 37, 36. He's been pretty consistent with the double double. So I like him there. Undersized Sellinger, he should be able to eat on the glass. So I like Gortat a little bit, but after that, maybe Kelly Olynyk in a tournament if you don't believe Sellinger is going to see that many minutes in a back-to-back. I think Kelly Olynyk minutes go up in this game. See what Amir Johnson did. He played 20, so it's hard to trust. It's hard to trust Brad Stevens with these the minutes for his bigs. So we don't trust. That's part of the reason why I don't like Sellinger, man. You can never trust Brad Stevens with the minutes. Jokic, he's been playing pretty decent minutes. He played 32 last time out. I don't know if Nurkic is about to come back and steal some minutes, but I think the Denver goes big if Millsap plays, so that can be a reason to play Jokic 32 minutes again. So, but I wouldn't trust him, man, because there's been times where I played them and then Nurkic came, not Nurkic, Laverne or however you say his name from Denver would steal minutes away. So, not really too big on Jokic, but if I'm playing anybody around this price tag, it's Willie Cauley-Stein, seeing upward of 30 minutes, man, in the last 3 games, 29, 30, 34. So I think they're starting to like him, like how he's coming along. He's been producing, man, 33, 29, 28, and all he needs about 23 for value, man. I think if he plays 30 minutes, you can expect this kind of game again. So Willie Cauley-Stein pretty much safe for cash. So you can kind of lock him into your cash game lineups and just move on and pay up for guys like Harden, AD. You get your Kemba. You get who else could you pay up for? You get your Curry in tournament. So I like Willie Cauley-Stein a lot, man. And that's about it, man. I'm gonna go look in the chat, see what you guys are talking about. What happens to Terrence Jones? Terrence Jones, man, I think is that small ball lineup is killing them. They're pretty much just playing Capella at center, and then I guess they're rotating Josh Smith at center, and then they're pretty much just all getting turns. But I guess he's pretty much dead in that rotation. And once Monty Eunice and Dwight Howard come back, I think it's over for Terrence Jones minutes because he went from playing 32 to 10. That's kind of weird. They really chose to go small ball versus the Mavericks for some reason. So I'm guessing they're liking that small ball lineup and can't really expect Terrence Jones to see much minutes with it. So that's all I can come up with. I like Kawhi small forward today. I do too, man. I'm kind of scared of the possible blowout, man, because you see what Golden State's been doing to teams lately. So, Baines a punt. Uh, Baines. That I mean, he's a tournament play just because you never know if Drummond's gonna get the minutes or not. Like you can't really expect Baines to play 30 and Drummond to play what did he play 18 or 16 minutes. So 18 minutes, you can't really bank on that. So I wouldn't play Baines. I really wouldn't trust Baines to tournaments or cash. So and Drummond got into foul trouble, so that kind of helped it. You think if Rudy Gay comes back, it affects Willie Cauley-Stein's minutes? Um, if Gay comes back, I think Willie Cauley-Stein still sees 30 minutes. That'll probably affect Caspi minutes because Gay. Let's go look at Gay real quick. He played. He played in this Los Angeles Lakers game 33 minutes, and Willie Cauley-Stein played. He played 29, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go see. He played 29 in that game, so he's still seeing basically 30 minutes. So I'm not quite sure that affects anybody besides Rudy Gay. So let's go see if any more comments. Evan Turner. Evan Turner strictly tournament play for me as well, just because there's too many guys on that team, man. At 4,800, you got 26 minutes, 20, 23, 26, 29, 25. I mean, you really can't bank on him hitting value, man. It's gonna be. I mean, this is a fast-paced game, so anything's possible. But let's see if there's some guys at his price that I prefer to play. I'll take Ariza around that price above him, even though he has a horrible matchup. Harrison Barnes. Let's see what his game log's been looking like. He's pretty consistent for 25. It looks like. But you never know if Kawhi's going to guard him. So okay, that's kind of a wash. Mirotic, for some reason, I was watching the game. They said he cannot play at home, but he struggled. He does great on the road. But maybe he can have one of those decent games. But yeah, now that you mention it, I'm not really liking these small forwards in this price range. Maybe Shabazz, but that's a blowout, and the Cavs play pretty solid defense. Alonzo G, Dante Cunningham's gonna be back, so we gotta just eliminate him automatically. So pretty much, if I'm going cheap small forward, maybe Corey Brewer, 27, 32, 25. I think he'll see 25 plus minutes. And the last 2 minutes, the last two games where they played small ball, he's played 32 and 27. So I like him there a little bit. That's about it, man. But Evan Turner, man, this over under, man. Let's go look at it again. 212 over under 3-point spread. I could see Turner having a great tournament. Like he could be a great tournament player in this game. So that's about it, man. I'm about to end the stream, man. 16 viewers. Appreciate you guys, man. I'm glad I finally got the chat working again, man. I had to go. Oh, Trey Lyles. Okay, let's go take a look at him. Trey Lyles, 4,200. He's not even with Derek Favors. He's not getting the minutes because Booker's back. Trevor Booker's back. Let's go see Booker. 22. So I mean, if you want, I think that's kind of getting cute with Lyles because he struggled. And let's go see his game log again. He had 39 minutes, 28. I guess it all depends on the matchup, man. So but 24 minutes, I definitely don't like that from him. I'd rather just go Josh Smith at that price. So around that price range. But he's not a terrible play. He just doesn't present enough upside for me. Marcus Morris. Let's go take a look at usage, actually. Marcus Morris. Let's see. His usage rate in the last week is 17.6. It's not good at all, but let's go look at his production. Morris. 5,200. I don't really like that price tag. Is his minutes going down or is he in foul trouble or something? But yeah, man. If he was playing closer to 40 minutes, I like him for cash. I wouldn't really trust him in tournaments. That price tag just a little bit too hefty for me. Maybe if he goes to like 4,800, I'll probably play him in cash. But he's shown you upside in the past before, so I can't really take crap on him. Look at this versus Golden State. He got you 37, so he's showing a little bit upside. Maybe tournament only. I wouldn't trust him in cash though. So I think that's about it, man. I appreciate all the questions and whatnot. So I think I'm about to end this stream, man. I appreciate everybody watching, man. kind of stuttering a little bit because it's the morning time. I usually don't wake up till about 12, and I don't even freaking feel myself till around this time. So I didn't even eat breakfast or nothing. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around, man. I got 16 viewers, man. That's love right there. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the stream and appreciate it once again. I'm out here. Peace.